In a grand chamber filled with representatives from different alien species, the Galactic Council met to discuss important matters of the universe. Colorful banners hung from the high ceiling, and strange symbols decorated the walls. The air was thick with tension and pride as the council members took their seats, each one eager to show off their power and knowledge. At the head of the table sat Zara, the council leader, a tall alien with shimmering blue skin and piercing golden eyes. She called the meeting to order, her voice echoing through the chamber. Today we will discuss the human race and their request for a peace treaty. As she spoke, whispers spread across the room. Some council members chuckled, while others rolled their eyes. Humans? Sneered Grax, a burly alien with tentacles instead of arms. They are weak and unimportant. Why should we even consider their treaty? Alex, the human ambassador, sat at the edge of the table, feeling the weight of their gazes. He wore a sharp suit, but his heart raced with anxiety. He had traveled far to represent Earth and hoped to prove that humans deserved respect. He stood up, trying to find his voice amidst the laughter. "Honorable council members," he began, his voice steady but filled with urgency. "I urge you to consider our proposal. Humans have much to offer, and we seek peace and cooperation." The room erupted with laughter. Zara tried to regain control, but the mocking continued. "What can humans do? They can't even fly without their ships!" shouted Fina, a small green alien with large eyes. Alex clenched his fists. He knew this was a critical moment. "We may not have advanced technology like you, but we are resilient and clever. We have survived against great odds. We've faced wars, famine, and disease, and we have always come out stronger." The council members fell silent, momentarily taken aback by his words. But Grax quickly recovered, leaning forward with a sly grin. "Stronger? Please! You're just clever apes with sticks and stones. What do you think you can do against our fleets?" Alex felt his face flush with anger. He wanted to shout, to prove them wrong, but he knew he had to remain calm. "We have faced enemies that were stronger than us. We have fought against powerful forces, and we have won. If you underestimate us, you will regret it." At that moment, an unexpected noise interrupted the meeting. A loud alarm blared through the council chamber, causing everyone to jump. A screen flickered to life, displaying a live feed from a human colony on the edge of the galaxy. The image showed chaos, flames engulfing buildings, and terrified humans running for their lives. The council members turned their attention to the screen, their expressions shifting from mockery to concern. "What is happening?" Zara demanded, her voice rising above the chaos. The feed revealed a group of fierce aliens attacking the colony, their ships firing lasers at the humans below. Alex felt his stomach drop. This was the moment he had feared. He had come to warn the council, but they had refused to listen. "This is what happens when you ignore us!" he shouted, desperation lacing his voice. "We are in danger, and if we do not act quickly, many will die." But Grax scoffed, waving a dismissive hand. "Let them fend for themselves. Why should we care?" "They are just humans!" Alex felt a surge of determination. "You think we're weak? You have no idea what we are capable of. I will not stand by while my people suffer. I will gather a team and save them." As he spoke, the other council members glanced at one another, their faces a mix of shock and doubt. They had underestimated humans for too long, and now, in this moment of crisis, they were about to witness the strength of humanity. Little did the council know, a hidden task force of elite human soldiers was already watching from a distance, ready to spring into action. They knew that their mission was not just to save the colony, but to show the Galactic Council that humans were a force to be reckoned with. With that thought in mind, Alex left the chamber determined to prove that underestimating humans was a mistake they would never forget. The council, once filled with laughter, now faced a reality they could not ignore. The battle for respect had only just begun. The sound of alarms echoed through the human colony, a stark reminder of the danger that surrounded them. Alex stood on the bridge of his ship, watching the chaos unfold on the screen. Flames danced against the dark sky as alien ships fired their deadly weapons, striking the buildings that housed innocent families. His heart raced with fear and determination. He knew he had to act quickly. "Prepare for launch!" He commanded his crew, a mix of seasoned soldiers and young recruits. They were nervous but eager, their faces showing a mix of fear and excitement. Alex felt a surge of pride as he looked at them. These were humans ready to fight for their people. As they suited up, Alex went over the plan one last time. "We will hit them fast and hard. Our goal is to evacuate as many people as possible and drive the aliens away. Remember, they think we are weak, but we will show them how wrong they are." The crew nodded, their spirits lifted by Alex's words. He knew that this mission was not just about saving lives, it was about proving humanity's strength to the Galactic Council and the galaxy. The ship's engines roared to life, and they shot out of the hangar, racing toward the burning colony. As they flew closer, the scene became clearer. Alien ships buzzed around like angry hornets, and the ground was filled with fleeing humans, desperate for safety. "Deploy the shield!" Alex shouted as they entered the battle zone. A shimmering barrier surrounded the ship, protecting them from enemy fire. He could see the fear in the eyes of his crew, but he also saw their determination. As they approached the colony, Alex spotted a group of humans trapped in a corner, surrounded by the alien attackers. "We need to help them," he said urgently. "Prepare the drop pod!" The crew scrambled into action, loading the drop pod with supplies and weapons. Alex quickly ran through his mind the skills of each team member. They were ready, and he trusted them to follow his lead. "Let's go!" Alex shouted, leading the way as they descended in the drop pod. The pod landed with a thud and the door opened, revealing chaos. Alien soldiers moved quickly, capturing humans and firing their weapons indiscriminately. The air was thick with smoke and fear. Alex took a deep breath, his heart pounding. "On my command, we fight!" he yelled, and as soon as they exited the pod, the team charged forward. The soldiers fought fiercely, using their training and teamwork to take down the aliens. They moved in perfect harmony, covering each other as they pushed toward the trapped group. Alex spotted the leader of the alien force, a massive creature with a scarred face and a wicked grin. He knew he had to take him down to turn the tide. "Cover me!" Alex shouted, rushing forward with his weapon drawn. The aliens fired at him, but his team provided support, returning fire and drawing attention away from their leader. Alex reached the alien leader, dodging blasts and rolling to avoid capture. He engaged in a fierce hand-to-hand battle, feeling adrenaline surge through his veins. He could hear his crew fighting behind him, their determination fueling his own. Finally, with one swift motion, Alex disarmed the alien leader and took him down. The creature fell, its strength fading as fear crept into the eyes of the remaining aliens. The tide had turned. As the team regrouped, they quickly ushered the trapped humans to safety, guiding them back to the drop pod. "We have to get everyone out of here," Alex urged, glancing back at the chaos. The remaining aliens were losing their confidence, and they knew it was time to escape. With the humans safely on board, the crew took off again, the drop pod rising into the sky. As they ascended, Alex glanced down at the colony below, now a battlefield filled with destruction. But he also saw hope. The humans were fighting back, and they were not alone. As they flew away, the alarm on the ship blared again. A message came through from the Galactic Council, but Alex was ready. He would answer this call not just for the Council, but for all of humanity. They were strong, and they would prove it to the universe. As the drop pod soared through the sky, Alex could feel the tension in the air. The human colony was still under threat, but they had rescued a group of terrified civilians. Now he had to plan their next move carefully. They needed to act quickly to save more lives and push back the alien attackers. "Status report!" Alex shouted to his team as they made their way back to the main ship. The crew scrambled to gather information from the ship's controls. The screen displayed images of the colony, showing fires and chaos everywhere. "We have multiple hotspots," reported Maya, a skilled technician with bright red hair. "There are still groups of humans trapped in different locations, and the aliens are regrouping for another attack." Alex nodded, determination in his eyes. "We can't let them take any more lives. We need to split into teams. One group will focus on evacuation, while the other takes out the alien command center. If we can disrupt their coordination, we'll have a better chance to save everyone." The crew quickly agreed, excitement sparking in their eyes. They had experienced a taste of victory, and now they wanted more. They were ready to fight for their people. "Let's move," Alex commanded. The team split into two groups, one led by Maya to rescue more civilians, while Alex led the second group toward the alien command center. As they approached the colony, Alex felt a mix of fear and adrenaline. They could see the alien ships flying overhead, their dark shapes casting shadows on the ground. He knew they had to stay hidden. Alex's group quietly landed near the command center, a large building surrounded by alien guards. The sight was intimidating, but they had come too far to back down now. "We'll take them by surprise," he whispered. "On my signal, we attack." The team nodded, their eyes focused and ready. Alex took a deep breath and counted down silently in his head. When he reached 3, he shouted, "Now!" The humans charged forward, their weapons blazing. The alien guards, caught off guard, scrambled to defend themselves. The sound of gunfire filled the air, echoing through the streets. Alex fought with every ounce of strength he had, moving quickly and decisively. "Stay close!" he yelled to his team as they pushed through the guards. They fought like a well-oiled machine, supporting one another and working together to overcome the odds. Alex spotted an alien officer trying to regroup his forces. He had to take him down. With determination, Alex darted towards the officer, dodging blasts of energy from the alien's weapon. He leapt over a fallen piece of debris and tackled the officer, disarming him with a swift move. The alien struggled, but Alex overpowered him, holding him down. "Your time is up," he declared, knocking the officer unconscious. With the command structure disrupted, the remaining alien forces began to falter. Alex rallied his team. "Let's finish this. We need to secure the command center." Meanwhile, Maya and her rescue team had successfully evacuated another group of civilians, guiding them to safety. They worked tirelessly, helping families escape from the chaos and destruction. Maya's heart swelled with pride as she saw the gratitude in the eyes of those they saved. "Keep moving! We need to get to the extraction point," she urged, leading the group away from the danger. The sound of gunfire faded as they neared the outskirts of the colony. Back at the command center, Alex and his team pushed through the final defenses. They fought fiercely, taking down the last remaining guards. The atmosphere was tense, but they were winning. With a final push, they reached the main control room. Alex quickly began to shut down the alien systems. "We need to disable their communications," he shouted. As he worked, he could hear the sounds of the battle outside, the cries of both humans and aliens filling the air. Suddenly, the alarms blared, and the room shook as a new wave of alien reinforcements arrived. Alex felt a rush of panic, but refused to give in. "We have to hold them off! We can't let them take back control!" The battle intensified, but the humans stood their ground. They were no longer the underdogs. They were fighters, willing to protect their people and their home. With each victory, Alex felt more and more certain that humanity would not be underestimated again. "Stay strong! We can do this!" he yelled, rallying his team for one final stand. They fought with everything they had, proving that humans were not just survivors. They were warriors. The sounds of battle echoed through the air as Alex and his team fought hard in the alien command center. They had secured the room, but the chaos outside continued to grow. As they caught their breath, Alex looked around at his team. Sweat dripped from their foreheads and determination burned in their eyes. "We can't let this chance slip away," he said, his voice steady. "If we take control of their systems, we can turn the tide of this battle." Maya, who was still catching her breath, nodded vigorously. "I can access their computers and gather intel. We might find out why they're attacking us." Alex smiled at her, knowing that her skills would be crucial. "Do it. We need to know what we're up against." As Maya approached the alien console, her fingers flew over the controls. The screen flickered to life, displaying strange symbols and images. Alex leaned closer, trying to make sense of it all. "Can you translate it?" he asked. "I'll try," she replied, concentrating hard. The rest of the team stood guard, watching for any signs of alien reinforcements. Minutes felt like hours as Maya worked. Finally, she gasped. "I found something!" They've been tracking human activity for a long time. "Look!" She pointed to a map displayed on the screen. It showed locations of human colonies and resources, marked with bright red dots. Alex frowned. "Why would they do this? Are they planning to attack everywhere?" Maya shook her head, her brow furrowed. "There's more. They've been stealing technology from humans. They want to use our inventions against us. That's why they think they can easily conquer us." Alex felt a wave of anger wash over him. "They think we're weak, but they're just scared of what we can do. We need to show them that we can fight back!" Suddenly, the alarms blared again and the room shook as the ground vibrated. Alex glanced at the door. "We need to hurry." "They'll be coming for us!" "Almost done," Maya replied, her fingers flying over the console. "If I can upload this data to our ship, we can prove to the Council what they've been doing." Just then, the door burst open and a group of alien soldiers stormed in. Alex quickly grabbed his weapon, shouting, "Get down!" The team sprang into action, firing back at the intruders. The room filled with blaster fire and smoke. Alex fought fiercely, his heart pounding. He was determined not to let the aliens take back control. "Maya! Are you done yet?" he yelled over the chaos. "Almost," she shouted, focusing on the screen. "Just a few more seconds." With every second that passed, more alien soldiers rushed into the room. Alex and his team held their ground, but they were outnumbered. Just as despair began to creep in, Maya shouted, "I did it! The data is uploading." "Great! Now let's get out of here," Alex replied, feeling a rush of hope. But as they turned to leave, they were met by a wall of alien soldiers blocking their path. "We need to fight our way out," Alex shouted, raising his weapon. The team fought with every ounce of strength they had. Alex felt the weight of the battle pressing down on him, but he couldn't give up. Not now. Not when they had come so far. With each alien they took down, Alex felt more confident. They were no longer just fighting for their survival. They were fighting for the truth, for their people, and for their future. Finally, with a burst of energy, they broke through the alien lines and made a run for it. They dashed down the corridors, adrenaline pumping through their veins. Alex led the way, determined to escape and share what they had learned. As they reached the exit, they spotted their ship waiting for them. "Get to the ship!" Alex yelled, pushing through the door. The crew followed closely behind, their hearts racing with excitement and fear. Once aboard, Maya quickly secured the data and prepared to take off. "We have to warn the Council about what we've found," she said breathlessly. Alex nodded, feeling the weight of the moment. They had uncovered a hidden truth. A truth that would change everything. As the ship lifted off and they soared into space, he looked back at the burning colony, knowing that they had fought for something greater than themselves. This was not just a battle, it was the beginning of a fight for respect and recognition. They were not just humans, they were warriors, and they would not be underestimated again. As Alex's ship sped away from the burning colony, a sense of relief washed over him. They had escaped the immediate danger, but the battle was far from over. Behind him, the flames flickered against the darkness of space, a haunting reminder of what they had fought to protect. "We did it, Alex!" Maya shouted, her face lighting up with excitement. "We got the data out, and now we can show the Council the truth." Alex smiled, but his heart was heavy. "Yes, but many are still suffering back there. We need to make sure we get the help they need." The rest of the crew nodded, their expressions reflecting the same mixture of triumph and worry. They had saved lives, but the fight for humanity's survival was just beginning. Once they were safely in orbit, Maya began transmitting the collected data to the Galactic Council. The screen flickered with images and information, revealing the aliens' plans to invade human colonies. "It's uploading now," she said, her fingers racing over the controls. "Once the Council sees this, they won't be able to ignore us anymore." Alex felt a rush of hope. The Council had always underestimated humanity, but this time they would see their true strength. "Prepare for a message to the Council. We need to tell them everything," he instructed. As the transmission began, the crew gathered around. Alex took a deep breath, ready to speak. "This is Captain Alex, reporting from the human ship Valiant. We have critical information regarding the alien attack on our colony. The Council needs to listen carefully. The aliens are stealing our technology and planning a larger invasion." He could see the flickering images of Council members on the screen. Their faces were filled with disbelief, but Alex pressed on. "We cannot allow them to continue this. We fought back today, but we need your support to defend our colonies and protect our people." After a moment of silence, one of the Council members, an elderly alien with sharp features, spoke up. "Captain, we will investigate these claims, but we need more than just your word. We require evidence." Alex's heart sank. "We have the data. It's all here!" He gestured toward Maya, who was still monitoring the upload. The Council member raised an eyebrow. "You expect us to take this information seriously without further verification. This could be a trick." The crew exchanged glances, frustration evident on their faces. "They need to see that we're not the weak beings they think we are," Maya whispered to Alex. "We'll show them," he replied, determination burning in his eyes. "We need to prove our strength and our resolve." Suddenly, the screen lit up with a new transmission. It was the Council again, and their expression had changed. "We've reviewed your data. It's alarming, but we need to act quickly. You may have just opened a path for all humans." The crew cheered, a wave of relief washing over them. "We need to prepare for more attacks," the Council member continued. "We will send reinforcements to assist you, but you must lead the charge." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. "We will do everything we can to protect our people. We won't back down." After the transmission ended, the crew erupted in cheers. They were finally being heard, and their efforts were not in vain. "What's our next move?" asked Maya, her excitement bubbling over. "We need to organize our defenses," Alex replied, his mind racing with plans. "We should reach out to other colonies and prepare them for what's coming. We can't let them catch us off guard again." The crew quickly got to work, reaching out to allies and preparing for the fight ahead. As they coordinated with other ships, Alex felt a new sense of unity forming among the humans. They were no longer just isolated colonies, they were part of a larger force ready to stand together. Days turned into weeks, and as they prepared for the inevitable confrontation, Alex found himself reflecting on their journey. They had faced incredible odds, but they had proven themselves. They were not just survivors, they were fighters, ready to protect their home and their future. Finally, the day arrived when the Council's reinforcements joined them. Alex stood at the helm of his ship, looking out at the fleet of ships ready to defend humanity. "This is our chance," he said to his crew, a fierce determination in his voice. "We fight not just for our survival but for the future of humanity. Together, we will show the galaxy what it means to be human." With a roar of engines and the spirit of warriors, they set forth into the vastness of space, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. This was not just a battle, it was a new beginning, and they would not be underestimated again.